Rutherford, New Jersey, it's Thursday night. Welcome everybody to Commencement 2014 for Bergen Community College. My name's Larry Levanka. I am the host of Studio Bergen Live, a 30-minute pre-show as we count down to the beginning of Commencement at Commencement 2014 at 7 p.m. This is a pretty special night for all the graduates that are here. This is the biggest night of their college career here at Bergen Community College. And it's one of the first times that it's an evening ceremony. We're doing it under the lights. I guess you really can't say that because we're inside. Of course it's under the lights. But it's the first time in a long time that we've actually done an evening ceremony. We're going to have some guests with me as we count down in the next 30 minutes. And let me tell you, they're big ones. We've got the Salutatorian, we've got the Valedictorian, and then somebody who puts this whole thing together at the end. So we're going to get right into it right now with the Salutatorian, Katarzyna Jankowski. We call her Kasia. Kasia, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm just trying to embrace this whole opportunity. It's beautiful and I'm just so happy to be here. I think it's all coming into now. It's just hitting me now, I think. I think it didn't hit me before. Like, I was getting ready and I didn't really know. Like, I think now my consciousness is like, this is it. You gotta get going. So yes, great time and I'm so happy to be here.
It's a big moment in your life. We worked on your speech the other day a little bit. We talked about it, you know. I mean, what's going through your head right now? I mean, you're here.
What it's going through is just this, the lights, and it's just, I'm going to be sitting up there and I'm going to be speaking a speech and I'm just like, I'm not terrified anymore. I'm excited and I hope my nerves don't take over. I'm just excited to share the story that I went through and I hope some people can relate. I'm just happy to be here at this point.
I mean, your story is so interesting. I mean, you speak 3 languages, you've lived in a bunch of different countries. You know, how do you end up at Bergen Community College in Paramus, New Jersey? How do you get here?
To be honest with you, I'm surprised that I made it this far anyway. But yeah, I was born in Poland, raised in Germany, and then when I was 19, I came here on my own. Because of my career, I didn't like the business school back home. So I came here and I didn't know what to do. I knew I didn't want to do business, so I started to look into what I like to do. So I kind of got a hang of, I went into an associate's degree for general science, and I loved it, and I knew I wanted to do health. And now in the surgical program, surgical tech program, I think that's the best decision I've ever made, and I'm so excited to be working.
I mean, what's so unique about it is, you know, a lot of people say they want to help people, they want to give back to their community. I mean, you're living it. You had a career, you know, finance, banking, whatever, and you said, you know what, I want to do something that I can give back with. I mean, you know, how do you arrive at something like that? How do you give up a career?
You know what, it's just if you don't love something that you do, if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be good about it. You're not going to be good at it. Now I found something like surgical tech. I love it, enjoy it so much. Love just staying there with the surgeon, helping people. And it's just my passion. And I wake up at 5 in the morning and I'm excited to go to work. And I'm excited to help the patient. I'm excited to do everything. And I think that's like the true thing. If you love your job, you will never work a day in your life.
Are you going to talk about any of that in your speech? I know what you're going to say, but you want to give everybody a little preview about maybe some of the things you're going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about my life from beginning to up to here now, and maybe what will happen. Just where I came from, where I moved to, how things went through, and
we won't spoil the whole thing. We'll leave it at that, I guess.
I hope I don't miss out. So everyone gets the point. But yeah.
Just keep smiling. I'm sure you'll be fine. What do you want the 800 or 1,000 graduates that are going to be here in attendance tonight to take away from your speech? What do you want them to come away with?
That whatever obstacles, whatever they face, whatever challenges they face, they need to plow through them. They need to get through them, and they need to find something how they move through them. And just take it and never give up and keep going, because I have come such a long way and I have not given up. And I'm just extraordinarily happy to be here and that I didn't give up at any kind of point. I just kept going, kept going. It was hard. It was hard. It was very hard to be here at 19 by myself, start all over again. But you just keep going. You don't stop. You can't stop. You just gotta keep going.
Who's here with you tonight?
Actually, you know what? My sisters from Virginia, they moved here and they just arrived here. I met them in the Izod parking lot and they were changing and like out of their traveling clothes into. So my sisters are here, a lot of friends, and my niece and my nephew, very excited, and I'm just so happy, so happy.
To be what amounts to essentially the second best student in a class of almost 3,000, okay? They're not all going to be here tonight, but almost 3,000 students, and you are one of the top 2. I mean, what goes through your head with something like that?
To be honest with you, I think we're all the same. I think everyone put as much work into it. You know, I don't put myself as the second best. I don't know why. It's an amazing feeling, and it's still not getting to me. But I think we're all the same. We all worked very hard. Going through the surgical tech program, I saw how people worked through it, and I helped them to get through it. And I just feel like we're all the same. Even though I'm the second best, and it's a little great, awesome, but I think we're all the same.
You want to give a shout out to any of your friends or faculty members or anybody that might be watching around the world right now?
Anyone who knows me, I cannot believe that I'm here right now as a salutatorian, and I'm so happy. And my parents couldn't make it here today. My mom had surgery, so she's still in Germany. And I did find out like a month ago only about this. So I just love everyone who knows me, my parents, my family, my sisters, my aunts, cousins, anyone out of this world. They're all over the place, in Poland and Germany. I love you so much. And without you guys, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you.
So after tonight, okay, maybe you celebrate a little bit, you know, it's a big party. But what happens? You graduate and you get a job in Bergen County, you serve the community, what do you do?
I think I'm gonna, you know, I'm trying to stay in Bergen community. And I think like I'm doing my externship at Holy Name, and that's the hospital where I want to be. So let's see what happens. I don't want to spoil anything, I don't want to say anything, I'm not sure yet, but I do love, you know, what I do, and I want to stay in Bergen, like Bergen County.
Holy Name, I mean, you know, if you're watching, you know, you got the second best student in the class of 2014 here. Give her a job. She's going to be great. Kasia, thank you for coming here. Good luck on your speech. And everybody will hear you in about maybe a half hour or so. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So that's Kasia Jankowski, really interesting story. Been working with her a lot in the last few days, really gotten to know her. She's a very special girl. And we're about to bring in another very special girl. She is the valedictorian of the class of 2014. Her name is Maria de Abreu Pineda. This girl has everything going for her. She's got a 4.0 GPA. She's on her way to one of the top schools in the country. She got a scholarship from the Jack Kent Cook Foundation, which is going to give her up to $30,000 a year for the next 3 years of school. This is somebody who should be emulated, and she is, in many ways, the pride of the class of 2014, and she's sitting right next to me right now as we count it down about 22 minutes away from commencement. Maria.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What's going through your head right now?
Well, I'm excited. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy with this great opportunity. I'm excited. Yes.
You know, we just talked to Kasia, and she talked about her international experience with getting to Bergen Community College in Paramus, New Jersey. How did you get to? I know your story. It's a very similar track. You know, it wasn't through Poland and Germany, but it was from overseas as well.
Yes.
Tell everybody a little bit about where you've come from.
Okay, so I was born and raised in Caracas, Venezuela, and I moved to New Jersey a little over 2 years ago. I started in Bergen mainly because of my brother. He knew about the whole experience, and he knew he was my guide through the whole thing. So that's how I ended up in Bergen Community College. And at the beginning, I wasn't sure that, you know, the community college was going to fulfill my academic standards. But, you know, I'm very happy about it now that I discovered the whole experience.
You know, you got the flag here. You've got I mean, look at all the regalia she's got on. She's got on the two, look at this, two of the cord, well, they're not cords, I don't know, the sashes, right?
Yes.
So you got two sashes, you've got two cords, two medals. Break it all down. What do they all mean?
All right, so this is Phi Theta Kappa. I was part of our chapter, so every Phi Theta Kappa in here is wearing this.
That's the Honor Society of two-year schools.
Yes, this is for honors. because I decided to take honors courses at Bergen to challenge myself, and I'm actually pretty happy because I got to know amazing faculty members through the Judith K-Win honors program. This is also for honors. This is for being both PTK and honors. This is a special thing this year. It's for being dual PTK and honors. This is my chapter office from PTK. I was Vice President of Leadership. This is my STEM pin, that's important. Science, technology, engineering, and math, that's there. And my flag, Venezuela, that's my country.
I missed the pin, but the pin is so significant for Maria. Science, technology, engineering, and math is not just a nationwide initiative. Bergen Community College is putting a lot of effort behind STEM. What makes Maria somewhat unique is, of course, she is a female. STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, you typically don't think of as females.
Yes,
what's that like, being in a field which has traditionally been male-dominated, but you are a female, and you're going to go into biomedical engineering, right? So talk about that.
Well,
how do you...
I really liked it. I like being the only one doing it, or I like being part of the small group. But more than that, I really enjoy motivating people to do it. You know, if that is your passion, don't let anyone put you apart from that. Okay, so if you're a Latina in STEM, you're definitely able to prove and to be there in a manufacturing lab full of men working with confidence, and I like that. Break them all, be the only one, be unique, and you're gonna motivate more people to do it.
Talk about some of the things, some of the projects you've worked on in the STEM Club. I mean, it's not basic stuff. We're talking about solar panels, wind turbines. I mean, there's some really amazing stuff coming out of Bergen.
Yes, well, I started in the STEM Student Union in Bergen a year and a half ago, 3 semesters, and last summer I actually had the opportunity of participating in the internship. In the internship, I was part of the group that created the vertical wind turbine. So what we did is creating this amazing wind turbine and putting it in top of a car and proving that it's generating enough voltage to actually charge a car's battery. So it was amazing to see that. And some of the other things that we're working on are the quadcopters, the UAVs. Right. We're working on the algae biodiesel project. We have also the solar panels. Many things that you can be part of, and they're actually great, even if you're not a STEM major.
And this is one of the many reasons how you end up with a 4.0. Not only do you have to be smart, but you have to, really engage the topic and really, get accustomed to what you're going to be working with when you go out in the field someday. Talk about that a little bit, the work that goes into being the top student in the class of 2014.
Well, as you said it, it's more than grades. It's more than being there and succeed academically. It's also getting involved. I always say to my friends and to anyone that I see at Bergen, open your eyes and open your ears to opportunities around, because that's the way to really succeed, Get involved in everything you can. If you're interested in, psychology, get involved in the psychology club. I am interested in science, I got involved in STEM. Do everything you can, be a tutor, help people, get involved with the community. That's really the way to do it. Not only the grades, but also, get involved with your community.
As we prepare, we're about 17 minutes away from the start of commencement. What is going to be your advice to your peers, to the people out in the audience who are looking to you for guidance and looking to you for inspiration?
Yes, my advice is simple, it's hard work. All right, success is not an accident. So that's my advice, to challenge yourself, to work hard, that it pays off.
So I know that the college choice isn't necessarily made yet, and I know you don't want to spill the beans on that, but what's the next step for you? I mean, we talked about biomedical engineering. Where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 or 10 years?
Well, after completing my degree of biomedical engineering, I'm going to have 2 options. Either I'm going to get a job as a biomedical engineer, maybe working in research or anything that relates to contributing to society, or I'm going to be pursuing my medical school. So those are my 2 options.
And I just have a feeling no matter where she goes and no matter what she does, she is going to be a success, as she has already proven at Bergen Community College. Maria, good luck. This is, perhaps more than any other student, this is your night, and this is one you will remember for the rest of your life, so enjoy it, okay?
Thank you, Larry.
It's time for her to get back in line, so Maria, good luck on the speech.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Maria and Kasia are both such special individuals, and we are truly blessed to have students like Maria and Kasia here at Bergen Community College. We've got about 15 minutes to the start of commencement. You're going to hear the band strike up pretty soon. We're getting really close. What I want to do now is kind of go through who else is here. some of the other special guests, some of the other students. You know, what is the class of 2014 profile? What do they look like? What do they do? Well, this is the 45th commencement for Bergen Community College. It's a little different than where we used to have the facility, or for the event, the facility we used to have the event in. If you read the record in the last few days, you'd know that we used to have it in the parking deck at the college's main campus in Paramus. I think you could agree this is a much better venue. It's lit much better than a parking deck, and it's a lot more exciting for these students. It gives that big arena feel for a big day in their lives, which this really is. 2,862 candidates for graduation. We can't say that they're graduates yet because they haven't been conferred. It is the largest class ever in the history of Bergen Community College, and it's by a big jump. The college in recent years has made a lot of strides in trying to graduate more students, and not just to graduate for the sake of graduating them, but to put them on a path for success. There is data out there that show students that graduate from a two-year school, not just attend, but graduate from a two-year school, have a higher graduation rate when they go on to a four-year school. So it's not just to come to Bergen and take a class or two. It's to come to Bergen, start at Bergen, do well at Bergen, graduate from Bergen. And that's when you see students like Kasia and Maria, that's exactly what they did. They have the pick of any school in the country that they want to go to. Maria, for instance, the two schools that we were talking about before, and I didn't want to mention them, she's talking about Columbia, she's talking about Stevens. These are the kind of schools that our students are going to. And it's not just state schools. I went to a state school. There's nothing wrong with a state school. Bergen Community College is a public school. But we have students going all over the country. We have students going to Columbia. We have students going to NYU. Of course, we have kids going to Rutgers, TCNJ, Montclair State, William Patterson, the private schools in New Jersey like Fairleigh Dickinson University. We also have students going to USC in California, UCLA. There is no bounds to where a Bergen student can take their education. The group tonight includes 507 students and graduates from the August class, 981 from December, and a little over 1,300 for May. There are, and get this, 66 students who have obtained a 4.0. I mean, anybody that's gone to school, anybody that's gone to college, you know that is not something that is easy to do. Imagine going to every class, every day, and getting a 4.0. Not an A-, not a B+, an A in every single one of their classes. That is truly something to be celebrated and something that is truly special. There are 47 members of the Judith K. Wynn School of Honors, which we talked a little bit about before. There are 88 members of Phi Theta Kappa, which is the honor society of two-year schools. Again, these are high-achieving students. These are the best and the brightest that Bergen Community College has to offer. Our gender profile is weighted a little bit more toward the girls. Perhaps it comes as no surprise. Two of our best students were females. 54.4% female versus 44.5% male. For those of you mathematicians out there who are trying to add those up, yes, there are 1.1 percentage points of students who actually didn't declare whether they were a male, female. Not sure what that's about, but they didn't declare, so can't do anything about that. We have graduates that range in age from 17 to 65. I'll say that again, 17 to 65. So what does that mean? We have some students who started their college career very early and are graduating with a degree or a certificate tonight. And then we have some at the other end of the spectrum, at 65 years old, who maybe came back to school, maybe they were doing it in retirement, and they've come back to earn their degree or certificate tonight as well. There's 20,000 seats in the arena. We're not going to use all of them tonight. We'll have about 6,000 people between the graduates, their families, and the faculty and staff, and all of the administrators that are going to be present. So this is going to be a packed house here tonight. Probably a little bit more or a little bit less than the Devils and the Nets used to have, but you know, they've moved on to other arenas. This is the 7th year here at the Izod Center. We've already talked about the fact that we used to have it in the parking garage. You know, I've seen a lot of great events here myself. This is now my 7th commencement, just like for Bergen Community College, their 7th commencement here. I saw AC/DC here when I was about, I don't know, 16 or 17 years old. It was a pretty good concert, and I sat way back there. I think it was in section 201. It was a good time. I'm sure the graduates will have just as good a time tonight, though. Let's talk about the keynote speaker. The keynote speaker tonight is without a doubt the biggest keynote speaker we have probably ever had in the history of Bergen Community College commencement. His name is Ken Chenault. He is the CEO and chair of American Express. Yes, American Express. This isn't a small organization, as you can imagine. American Express is one of the largest companies in the world, and we are truly excited to have Mr. Chenault here, who is going to offer his remarks to the class. So we're really proud about that. Mr. Chenault is actually a business pioneer when it comes down to it. He was, when he was hired in 2001, as the third African-American man to ever lead a Fortune 500 company. So it's really special that he's going to be here tonight. He holds a BA in history from Bowden, which my wife would know are the polar bears, the Bowden polar bears. That's their gimmick. Ours is the Bulldogs, in case you didn't know. And he also holds a GD, or a JD, from Harvard Law School. Past keynote speakers, our first one was actually Dr. John W. Davis of the NAACP, Legal Defense Fund, and that was in 1970. Our first commencement was back at the main campus in Paramus. We had U.S. Senator Bill Bradley twice as the commencement speaker. U.S. Treasurer Rosie Rios, she was actually the commencement keynote a few years ago. We've had 2 governors. We've had 3 Bergen County executives. Speaking of which, Bergen County Executive Kathleen Donovan is in the house tonight, and she will be offering remarks to the class of 2014. The other speakers tonight, of course, the college's president, Dr. B.K. Walter. She will basically serve as the MC for tonight's festivities. She will be at the mic probably longer than anybody else, and she will offer her remarks. We have Freeholder Chair David Gantz here tonight. We have Nadine Gonzalez de Jesus, who is the Vice President of Student Affairs at the college. She will be here. She will be on the mic. We have Vice President of Academic Affairs, Bill Mullaney. He will also be up on the mic. And it's going to be a real special moment when they're at the mic together, because they're going to bounce back and forth, talking about, much like I'm doing right now, what types of students are in the class of 2014 and celebrating the accomplishments of that group. We also have Board of Trustees Vice Chair, Sid Wilson. He is here. Sid's a really interesting guy. He actually served on the committee that was shaping what will eventually be the Latino History Museum in Washington, D.C. He was put on that panel by President Barack Obama. So to have Sid not only here at commencement, but to have Sid on our board is very special for the college. Also stepping up to the mic tonight is Victoria Tahan, who is the acting president for the Student Government Association. And she has a big role. She's going to be the one who lets the graduates turn their tassels and officially confirm that they are graduates of Bergen Community College. Breaking down some of the degrees tonight, we have 1,842 Associate in Science degree graduates. We have 493 associate. You can hear the crowd behind me right now. People are starting to walk down. Students are walking down. The music is playing. This is a big moment. You can hear pomp and circumstance. This is what everybody's waiting for. We have 493 of the AAS students. Those are a lot of the health professions program students, whether it be nursing, whether it be dental hygiene. These are the students who, a lot of them are going to go right into a career from Bergen. They're not going to do anything else. They're not going to go to a 4-year school in many cases. We also have 430 AAs. We have 66 certificates. We have 26 certificates of achievement, and even 5 Associate of Fine Arts. I believe it's the first year that we've done that. As you can hear behind me, that's pomp and circumstance. That's a very important, very momentous song for these students as they're walking down the aisle right now. As we're starting to wrap up, don't forget to watch the commencement right after this. We're going to dovetail right into it. The students are walking down right now. Follow Mr. BCC on the college's Facebook page, facebook.com/Bergen Community College. We've also got the landing page, bergen.edu/commencement 2014, which is going to have all the photos and videos and all that great stuff from commencement tomorrow. Final word, this is the biggest day of the year. A hello to my son, Will, who's watching Daddy right now. Thanks for watching, Mom and Dad. Thanks for watching, everybody else. We're going into commencement right now. The students are walking down. It's time for me to get out of here. Thanks for being with us. Congratulations to the class of 2014.
Please be seated. Good evening. My name is Kay Walter, President of Bergen Community College. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration, the faculty, the staff, and students, I welcome you to Bergen's 45th commencement ceremony, which honors this awesome class of 2014. I want to extend at this time greetings to the families and friends of the graduates who are watching worldwide via web stream, or who are following Mr. BCC's live blog or the college's Facebook page. And now for a few housekeeping items before we begin our ceremony. To meet the Izod Center's safety code, we request that you remain seated and that all aisles remain accessible during the ceremony. Please note that sign language interpretation is being provided to my left. Finally, as a courtesy to our graduates, please, at this time, place your phones on silent. With that, please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Miss Laura DeLuca, one of our 2014 graduates and Phi Theta Kappa members.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had gone, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Laura. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce to you our distinguished platform guest. I would ask that they stand and be recognized when their name is called, and that you hold all applause until all of our guests have been introduced. First, please welcome Bergen County Executive Kathleen Donovan. Chairman of the Freeholder Board, David L. Gantz. Bergen County Freeholder Vice Chair, Joan M. Voss. Bergen County Freeholder, James J. Tedesco. Your 2014 Valedictorian, Maria de Abreu Pineda. Your 2014 Salutatorian, Katarzyna Jankulinski. Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Trustee Sid Wilson. Treasurer of the Board of Trustees, Trustee Dorothy Blakesley. Trustee Philip Chiarco III. Trustee Dr. Joanne Mecca. Trustee Mr. Anthony Miller. Your alumni trustee, Ms. Margarita Valdez. Mr. Victor Anaya, Executive Director of Finance. Dr. Ursula Parrish Daniels, Executive Assistant to the President. Dr. Nadine Gonzalez de Jesus, Vice President of Student Affairs. Dr. Yun Kim, Vice President of Institutional Effectiveness. Mr. James Miller, Executive Director of Human Resources. Ms. Sharon Miller, Executive Director of Information Technology. Dr. William P. Mullaney, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Professor Celeste Finney, our Grand Marshal tonight. Professor Alan Kaufman, President of the Faculty Senate. Professors Emeritus Charles McNerney and Marjorie Webster. Ms. Victoria Tehan, our Student Government Association President. Dr. Larry Nespoli, New Jersey County College's President. Mr. Robert Deal, Bergen County Community College Foundation Past Chair. And last but certainly not least, our very special keynote speaker tonight and honored guest, Mr. Kenneth Chenault, the CEO of American Express, and his lovely wife. Mrs. Chenault, can you stand so you can be recognized? Thank you. It is now my privilege to introduce to you County Executive Kathleen A. Donovan, who will greet the class of 2014.
Thanks, Kay. Behind you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the commencement of 2014. While this is always an important day for any county executive, I think back to 2012 when I had the distinct pleasure of serving as the keynote speaker at Bergen's commencement, joining an illustrious cast of leaders from government, private industry, nonprofits, and even a U.S. treasurer. When I spoke that day, I called on students to become great leaders for the future. I encouraged them to stand up and defend their beliefs, to mobilize their communities, to rise up against fierce challenges, and to devise plans of action to make an impact in their world. I offer you the same advice, but with the added knowledge about leadership that I've cultivated since then. Lead by example. Lead when it isn't necessarily popular. Lead because it is the right thing to do. Leadership is not always about being the loudest, the strongest, or the most visible, but it may be about being the bravest. Class of 2014, I encourage you to dig down within yourself. Be brave, lead, don't follow. Wherever you decide to lead, I hope you take with it fond memories of Bergen Community College and Bergen County. In fact, I hope the next generation of Bergen County leaders is sitting right here in front of me now. For those of you graduating and entering the workforce, I hope you choose to become the next generation of business and nonprofit leaders in Bergen County. We have some of the best employers here in Bergen County. And for those of you graduating and transferring to a four-year school, I hope you return to Bergen County to buy a house, raise a family, and serve as the next generation of leaders in our wonderful communities, from Mahwah to Paramus to Lyndhurst and Rutherford and everywhere in between. And maybe in 20 years or so, the county executive will be offering your children much of the same optimism I'm hoping to provide you now. Congratulations to all of our graduates, to their family, to the faculty that taught them so well, and thank you for being part of our Bergen County community. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive Donovan. It is now my pleasure to call upon the Chairman of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, Mr. David L. Gantz, and a great friend of Bergen Community College, to greet the class of 2014.
Good evening. I want to take the opportunity to congratulate everyone in the audience today, not just the students we are so proud of, but the parents, the grandparents, family and friends, brothers and sisters, everyone who has supported you and made today possible. Friends and family, please show the class of 2014 how proud you are of them with a round of applause. And members of the class of 2014, show your friends and family how much you appreciate, how you helped them reach this important day. College is a time to learn, not just about the subjects you study, but about yourself and your place in the world. You may not yet know what that place is, and you may not know for a little while, but the education that you've received at Bergen Community College, the experiences you've shared with others, even mistakes you've made, will help define you as an adult and continue to shape your life for years to come. You are graduating into an uncertain world, into a constantly shifting job market and economy, a world where technology and innovations are happening faster than most people can keep up with. But you can rest assured that your experience at Bergen Community College has left you better equipped to deal with whatever life throws at you in both success and failure. And speaking of success and failure, there will come a time in life that you're going to say, it's good enough. As you graduate and start to take your place in the world, why not instead say, why not the best? Strive for the best that you can do and be the best that you can be. When I was a kid, I went to a little merry-go-round in a small amusement park near my home. The merry-go-round was a normal setup with carved horses and poles, but on the outside hung an arm loaded with rings. As the merry-go-round went around, you would try and grab onto the rings and pull them off. Most of the rings were normal, but there was a brass ring, and if you grabbed just that one, you got a free ride. In real life, as you've already found out, there are no free rides, but there are brass rings, and you should strive for them. You have now graduated from the crown jewel of New Jersey's community college system. You've saved yourselves or your parents over $100,000 in tuition costs. You've received a wonderful education, and mostly you've grabbed at the brass ring. I want to join my Freeholder colleagues today in expressing the pride that we feel for you. Not only have you sought excellence and achieved that great prize academically, but you have set a powerful example for others. Throughout your education at Bergen Community College, you've come to expect both more of yourself in and out of the classroom. My Freeholder colleague, Dr. Joan Voss, always says that education isn't about learning, it's about learning how to learn. So whatever steps you plan for yourselves in your academic career, in a professional life, life in general, please go forward with our best wishes for your continued success. We congratulate you again on your graduation, and we hope you'll continue to seek that brass ring. On behalf of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, please accept our congratulations to the class of 2014.
Thank you, Chairman Gantz. It is now my privilege to ask Trustee Sid Wilson, Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees, to come forward and introduce our esteemed guest speaker. Trustee Wilson.
Thank you, Dr. Walter. And good evening, class of 2014. You look beautiful. All right. We have a great treat for you this evening. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our commencement keynote speaker. If I ask you to say, never leave home without it, many of you would recall that phrase as a slogan around the world for a $33 billion company we all know as American Express. Tonight, it is my honor and privilege to welcome the company's CEO and chairman, Mr. Kenneth Chenault, a business pioneer, as our keynote speaker. Mr. Chenault has held the position of Chief Executive Officer of American Express since 2001, where he became only the third African American to ever serve as CEO of a major Fortune 500 company. In his role as CEO of American Express, Mr. Chenault provides executive leadership for the company, which has $153 billion in total assets and nearly 63,000 employees worldwide. Mr. Chenault holds a BA in history from Bowdoin College and a JD from Harvard Law School. So, friends, family, faculty, staff, administration, and the class of 2014, please give me a big, warm introduction and applause to our commencement keynote speaker, the chairman and CEO of American Express, Mr. Kenneth Chenault.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you, Sid, for that very gracious introduction. And thank you, President Walter and the class of 2014 for inviting me to address you. It is truly an honor to be with you on this special evening. To the graduating class of 2014, I want to congratulate you on your success. But I know from personal experience that no one achieves success on their own. They say that behind every successful graduate is an astonished parent, or an astonished spouse, sibling, son, or daughter. But from the proud smiles I see in the audience tonight, it looks like the shock of your graduation has worn off on them and that you've made your loved ones very happy and proud. Today is the culmination of years of hard work, late nights, and long hours. For some of you, your degree represents a beginning, a new field, a new job, a new opportunity. For others, it's a satisfying conclusion, the fulfillment of a long-held dream. However you define this event in your life's journey, you set a goal for yourself and you accomplished it. If you're able to perform this process again and again, set a goal, accomplish it, then repeat, I have no doubt you'll be successful on your chosen path, that you will be a force to be reckoned with. Because that's what all of you represent this evening. Individually and collectively, you are a force. Now, regardless of your field of study, be it nursing, criminal justice, the performing arts, or any of the areas you've chosen at BCC, my hope is that you apply your energy, your force on behalf of others. Because as I said earlier, just as no person achieves academic success on their own, success in life is also not a solo act. Now, I know that success is defined differently by some people. Some define it in dollar terms. Some define it by the job or level they attain. Others define it in terms of family relationships. But regardless of how you personally define success, odds are achieving it will take more than just you. It will involve at times you being supported by others, and at other times you supporting someone else. We've all heard well-known quotes that reinforce that thought. No man is an island, it takes a village. And in the words of Bruce Springsteen, we take care of our own. As we hear these phrases over and over during our lives, they can sometimes lose their meaning. But I believe old sayings actually become old sayings because they're true. This idea of being supported and then supporting others was first taught to me by my parents. As background, I grew up in Hempstead, Long Island. Hempstead was and is a diverse, hard-working community, no different than many neighborhoods like Bergen, Hackensack, or Inglewood, for example. My father was a dentist, and my mother was a dental hygienist. A personal shout out to the School of Dental Hygiene. My parents were exceptional role models for me, my two brothers, and my sister. They focused us on the importance of education and stressed that education was something that could never be taken away from you. They both believed that education could change an individual's future, that it could improve the well-being of a family and the potential of society. My parents also taught us the importance of integrity, character, personal values, and keeping your word. And they reinforced those messages every day by the way they lived their lives. Now, in the 1950s and 60s were very different times for Black people. There were far greater barriers to opportunity than exist today. There were prejudgments made by some people that needed to be overcome. My parents knew their children would face obstacles. And while they were hopeful that society would evolve, they wanted us to be prepared. That's why they continually reinforced a number of messages to us. First was the message I learned from my father, and which I've used almost daily throughout my career. And it was this: there are many things you cannot control in your life. You can't control the economy. You can't control world events. You can't control the attitudes of the people you encounter. Therefore, because of this, my father believed you should focus your efforts on those elements you can control. And what you can control each and every day is your personal performance. You can control how hard you work. You can control your level of commitment to a task. You can control if you live up to your word, if you actually do what you say you'll do. Being accountable for your own performance puts exceptional power in your hands because it's something that you alone own. And while I didn't recognize it at the time, this advice from my father was also one of my very first lessons on leadership. Today, I have the privilege of leading 63,000 colleagues at my company, American Express. And next to my commitment to my family, it is the most important responsibility I have. In my 30-plus years at the company, I've learned many lessons on leadership. And I can say with certainty that every graduate here tonight is a leader. Now, some of you may be saying, really, you think I'm a leader? Please, I just got my degree. I'm not a leader. Contrary to what you may believe, Leadership is not about title or position. It's not about where you fall in an organization or in a hierarchy. Real leaders are simply people who know their values, act on those values, and empower those around them to do the same. Whether you appreciate it or not, you are here tonight because you fulfilled a leadership challenge. You recognized the importance of self-improvement. You understood the value of an education and what it could mean for you, your families, your future. And then you acted on those beliefs, putting in the effort that you needed to succeed. Some of you, no doubt, accomplished this while also holding down one or more jobs at the same time. That is clearly the accomplishment of a leader. It may have happened while you weren't looking, but this achievement we're recognizing tonight has made you a leader. It has made you a role model. You see, I believe that everyone has the capacity to be a leader. It's a conscious choice. It isn't defined by title. It's earned through competence, caring, and judgment, which can be demonstrated by any person at any level. Now, while my father was a strong influence in my life in many ways, so too was my mother. She conveyed her own leadership messages to me and my siblings, and she made several things perfectly clear to those of us in her home. First, that women were just as competent, intelligent, and responsible as men. My mother believed this, and by example, she proved this as fact. The outside world at the time may have been struggling with the idea of gender equality, but in the Chenault household, there was no doubt. Second, she showed us that integrity mattered in every aspect of your life. And her definition of integrity was not just honesty. That was the minimum requirement. To my mother, integrity was shown by having a consistency of words and action. It's when what you say is firmly aligned with what you do. And it was the foundation for all of the relationships in her life. Regardless of who you were, your gender, your race, your position, she respected you enough to treat you with the integrity that everyone should have. The third message was no less important. My mother instilled in each of her children the belief that individual success came with an obligation to society, to our community, to others. This is a point I referred to earlier about being a force on behalf of others. My mother taught us that opportunities we were given came with an obligation to give back. It was not a choice. She believed that each of us is only as strong as our neighbor, and that our neighbor could be next door, down the road, or across the world. My mother stressed that we have a collective responsibility to serve society by serving one another. That each of us who moves ahead then has a responsibility to reach back and pull someone else forward. The most successful people I've ever met also believe this. They don't just strive for financial success. They aim for a higher purpose to serve others. Now, I've built my career at my company, and what was important for me is that my company, American Express, is a service company. Our 164-year history is built on a service ethic that started in our early days of stagecoaches traveling west and continues today in the digital era. My colleagues know that I believe service is a noble calling. It's a simple belief, but it keeps me challenged to do better every day for all of them and for our customers. Now, some of you may be wondering why a CEO is going on about service. And if we're being honest, the business world doesn't always strike people as an obvious place to serve. This isn't exactly how corporations are portrayed today, and some of that reputation is well deserved. When I was younger, I certainly didn't think business meant service. I imagined I'd go into politics or the law, maybe become a civil rights lawyer. But when I thought about my next avenue of opportunity, I realized that business was an area where I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me. And I thought that maybe the corporate world was a place where I could make a difference. I realized that fueling economic growth, jump-starting small businesses, helping people with their personal finances so they can find a firmer footing, those things expand opportunity for people. They help people build better lives for themselves, and they strengthen their communities. Simply put, they make a difference. See, my philosophy is that corporations exist because society allows them to exist. In exchange, there must be an understanding that we will contribute to society. And that's what many of us in the business world are increasingly trying to do. But business is just one avenue to serve. It was one of our country's great leaders, Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "Everyone can be great because anyone can serve." He was right. Anyone can serve anytime, in any capacity, and we each have to find our own ways. Not necessarily the form of service that makes the biggest impact on the world overall, but the kind that makes the biggest impact on our world and on each of us. For some of you, that could be a career in business. For others, maybe it's teaching or criminal justice or healthcare. It might be after-school tutoring or a food drive. There is no single right way to serve. There is only the way that feels right to you. And I'm confident that the work you've done here at BCC, the lessons you've learned and the faculty you've learned from, have given you a clearer sense of who you want to be and what kind of difference you want to make. Now, this is a lot to think about, and you're no doubt hoping I will wrap up so that you can start figuring it out, and I promise you I will. You're going to have a number of choices to make in your future. You'll have many challenges to tackle, but that's for tomorrow. Today is about celebration. It's a day to celebrate your accomplishment. Be proud of it, just as all of us here tonight supporting you are proud. But also know how grateful we are as well, because we know that you're not done with your accomplishments. So be proud of who you are. Work hard, make a difference in the lives of other people, and never let anyone tell you that you can't accomplish extraordinary things. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chenault. Thank you, Mr. Chenault, for those incredibly inspirational words. And most of all, for the leadership and the example you provide for all of us each and every day of what we can be and what the world can become. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. William Mullaney and Vice President Dr. Nadine Gonzalez de Jesus to recognize our truly unique graduates.
Thank you, President Walter. At this time, we wish to acknowledge several special groups with us today. First, we recognize the faculty, who provide inspirational instruction, support, and direction for the students at Bergen Community College. Will the faculty please rise?
Next, we acknowledge the administrators and staff who give the support and guidance for our students. Will vice presidents, deans, and directors and staff please rise?
It is also my pleasure to acknowledge some of the people who provided encouragement and love, as well as guidance and support to our graduates. Would anyone who is a grandparent of a graduate please rise?
Would anyone who is an aunt, uncle, niece, or nephew please rise?
Would anyone who has a brother or sister please rise?
Would all the mothers and fathers of our graduates please rise?
Would all the spouses and significant others please rise?
Would any child whose parents are graduating here tonight please rise?
Would anyone who is a grandchild of a graduate please rise?
Please give a round of applause for the families of the class of 2014.
It is now my pleasure to honor those students who have distinguished themselves in their studies at Bergen Community College. These students were honored individually at their respective award ceremonies this week. I am pleased to introduce and congratulate these students and their families and friends. In announcing this recognition, it should be noted that these students had to earn a high overall grade point average, as well as demonstrate excellence in their specific disciplines. We are proud to acknowledge their achievements. Will the recipients of Divisional, Curricular, and Special Achievement Awards please rise at this time?
It is my honor to acknowledge the 66 students who have achieved a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Will the students please rise?
We acknowledge too 88 graduates who are members of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society for Community Colleges. Please rise.
We acknowledge the 47 students of the Judith K. Wynn School of Honors who graduate today. Please rise.
Congratulations to the veterans of our armed forces who are graduating. Thank you for your service. Please rise.
Congratulations to the students who belong to Alpha Mu Gamma, the National Collegiate Foreign Language Honor Society, Psi Beta, the National Psychology Group, and Sigma Chi Eta, the National Communication Collegiate Honor Society. Please rise.
I wish to congratulate the students who received Educational Opportunity Achievement Awards and became members of Chi Alpha Epsilon. Please rise. There we go.
I want to acknowledge the students who received a special achievement this year with the Student Leadership Award recipients. Please rise.
I wish to recognize the 26 individuals who earned certificates of achievement. Please rise.
I want to acknowledge the students who took the social and environmental responsibility pledge to always consider the consequences for the people and the planet of any job they accept or group for which they work. Please rise.
And finally, I want to recognize and congratulate the graduating students from our New Jersey STARS program. Please rise.
To our 2014 grads, you are the proof of the college's dedication to excellence. Among us today are members of the class of 2014 bound for top schools and universities, including the College of New Jersey, Columbia University, Burley Dickinson University, Montclair State, NJIT, NYU, Rutgers University, and the Stevens Institute of Technology. There are many interesting and inspiring stories of success among the 2,862 students for graduation in the class of 2014. There are stories of perseverance, solidarity, struggles, most importantly, success. Dr. Mullaney and I would like to share with you a few that have inspired us.
Healthcare has become a very important topic in recent years, but someone as part of our graduating class took it upon herself to make a difference. Is Taryn Torciello in the audience? Taryn? Please stand. Last year, diagnostic medical sonography student Taryn Torciello began a grassroots effort to raise awareness regarding women's healthcare services and resources by manning an information table in the school's main campus student center. Originally part of a service learning project, Taryn took a step further, pulling data, resources, and contacts from the college's health professions, faculty, and departments, and reaching out to nonprofit organizations for further assistance. She made herself the face of women's health at Bergen, encouraging students to ask her questions they may feel uncomfortable asking someone else. She has provided a wonderful service to her fellow students and has really made a difference. Taryn plans to continue her education and perhaps take her table on the road to schools and communities. Can we give a round of applause for Taryn?
And then there is Alvin Garcia. Alvin, please rise. Alvin Garcia, there you are. Alvin has spent his life serving this country, and by proxy, all of us. Alvin first served as a member of the U.S. Marines before earning an honorable discharge and obtaining a job in the Bergen County Sheriff's Office. continuing his commitment to service even after retiring from that position. He re-enlisted in the military, serving in the U.S. Army. He completed his last tour of duty in Iraq a few years ago, but after his time of serving us was over, it was our time to serve him. That's when Alvin enrolled at Bergen, not only as an example for his kids, but to embark on a new chapter in his life. Today, he will graduate, fulfilling both goals. His daughter has followed in his footsteps as a Bergen student, and he plans to enroll at Rutgers Business School with the hopes of one day owning his own business. Alvin. Alvin, thank you. Thank you for your service. And thank you for allowing us the opportunity to serve you.
Graduates, as you accept your degrees today and move on to your next challenges, we ask all of you to always remember this. Wherever you go, you will remain part of our Bergen community, and you will always take a part of Bergen Community College with you. Congratulations and thank you. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Class of 2014 Salutatorian, Ms. Katarzyna Jankowski, who will share some words of wisdom with you. Katarzyna.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you, graduates, parents, families, professors, especially Mrs. Sherman, Mrs. Shemiluski, and Ms. Senner from the Surgical Technology Program, who believed in me that I could stand up here and deliver this speech tonight. Well, here we are. The big moment has arrived. And here I am, standing in front of perhaps the largest crowd I could have ever imagined. Hard to believe that it was just 1 month ago that Dr. Bernard informed me that I was to be the Salutatorian speaker at this year's graduation. At first, I was terrified. I had never before given a speech even to a class of kindergartners, let alone 1,000 graduates and the closest friends and family members at the Izod Center. Like I said, terrifying. But in spite of that, I began to embrace this opportunity. In truth, standing here has given me the chance to closely examine the steps that I've taken to get to this special place in my life. My story is a simple one, like probably many of you here today can relate. I began my journey not in the United States, as you can tell from my accent, but in Poland, in Menchikow, a very small town, where I spent 6 humble years of my early life. Later, our family moved to Germany, where I was forced to learn a new language quickly. After high school, I attended business school, thinking that that was what I wanted to do with my life. However, I started to realize that this was the wrong career path for me, and if I wanted to be passionate about life, I needed to make a change and pursue my dreams. And so, instead of starting a new career in Germany, I packed my bags, took a job as an au pair, and moved to New York City in search of my professional passion. I was anxious to start my new journey, but moving from my small towns in Poland and Germany to one of the largest cities in the world was a huge culture shock. I was immersed in the excitement of living in the big city, but I was keenly aware of the huge opportunities that existed in the great United States of America. I spoke broken English. Some might still argue that I do. And every day was difficult. It was tough to make friends, and I didn't know anything about the American way of life. However, I did know that it felt right for me to be here and that I was excited about my decision and my future. Soon the family for whom I worked became my green card sponsor, Now a green card application typically takes 3 years to complete, but there were complications and legal red tape. Very quickly, 3 years turned into 8 long years. This was another very difficult time in my life. I was not allowed to leave United States at all. I could not go home. I could not visit my family. I could not be with my friends in Germany or in Poland. It seemed like I was on my very own isolated road and that there was no turning back. Somehow, though, things shifted. In the past 3 years, things have fallen into place. Today, I can honestly say that I am the happiest person I have ever been. Yet I have not forgotten that the good things in my life did not happen by chance. It's clear to me that without these obstacles, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be asking the important questions. Why didn't I give up? What kept me going? I still haven't figured out the exact answer to this question. It's still a work in progress, but I have figured out this. Everyone struggles, and everyone has many more struggles still to come. But it's really about how you plow through these struggles that make the difference between just setting your goals in life and actually achieving them. And so you might ask yourself, what motivates you to find a detour in a dead end? Is it determination, staying focused, the people you surround yourself with, your personality, or your perseverance, your ability to embrace new challenges, turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones? Is it positive thinking? Or maybe it's as simple as believing that you live in a nation where anything and everything is possible, and knowing how truly fortunate you really are. Whatever it is, and when you discover exactly what it is that motivates you to plow through your struggles, pay attention to it, know it about yourself, and use it to get you to that special place in your journey. In many ways, this speech is my special place, a place at which I'm extraordinarily proud to arrive, a place that lets me stand here before you as a living example to anyone who thinks that your dreams might not come true. And though it's just a snapshot of my own personal journey and reflects my own experience here at Bergen Community College, it is not the pinnacle of my journey. Today, I might be closer to my professional passion as a graduate of surgical technology, but my journey will continue for many more decades, with every struggle and every new goal I plan to set. Thank you very much, and if you would allow me a brief moment to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to my family somewhere out there. Ich habe die besten Schwestern und die besten Eltern auf der ganzen Welt. Danke, dass ihr immer hinter mir steht und auf was auch immer ich durchgehe. Ich liebe euch und ihr seid mein All und Alles. Von meinem Herzen zu euch. Dankeschön. Congratulations, graduates, we did it!
Thank you, Katarina, for those very moving words. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you your class of 2014 valedictorian, Mrs. Maria de Abreu Pineda.
Thank you, Dr. Walter. Good evening. Buenas noches. Members of the Board of Trustees, administration, professors, honored guests, family members, friends, and fellow graduates. As Heraclitus, a Greek philosopher, informed us many years ago, the only constant is change. Changes are a constant element in our past experiences, present opportunities, and future goals. Our climate is changing. Our world is changing. Our country is changing. Our lives are changing every day, and the way we adapt to those changes will determine our future. Should we watch the world changing as fearful witnesses, or should we embrace the change? I want to answer to this question by sharing my personal story. Growing up in Venezuela until the age of 18, I never thought I would be here today in New Jersey, giving my valedictorian speech with an engineering degree from Bergen Community College. I was born and raised in Venezuela, a country with a hostile political and social environment. At a very young age, I learned that things are not obtained easily. But most importantly, I learned that dedication and hard work are rewarded. After graduating from high school in 2011, I decided to pursue better academic opportunities and a better future, even if that meant choosing a new country, a new language, and a new school. I moved to New Jersey a little over 2 years ago, since my country's social crisis devastated its quality of life, including my hometown, Caracas, which is now rated as one of the most dangerous cities in the world. I have felt fear multiple times in my life. Traveling to New Jersey, living my hometown, and everything I knew for 18 years, I felt fear. But I was sure of one thing. I was not satisfied with the way things were, and I wanted to do them better. I opted to attend Bergen Community College because I thought it was a financially smart option. I didn't realize that a community college was going to exceed my academic expectations to such a degree. I found an academically challenging institution with a vibrant, multicultural, diverse community. I have learned that to respect a great variety of cultures and points of view, and to get fascinated by the different life stories. I have realized that everyone learns differently and that a student represents more than grades. He or she represents a unique world. The classmate who has a wife and 2 kids and still proves that he's able not only to succeed with his engineering coursework, but also to be a role model for his class. The friend who makes a difference by being the only woman in her otherwise all-men computer science class. Anna, high five. The international friend who is away from his family and culture, but has his academic goals very clear. The full-time student who has 2 jobs and is involved in multiple clubs and organizations. The veteran who is back from service and obtaining a degree. A big shout out to all the veterans in the house. I am sure they all have felt fear, but I'm also sure they don't get satisfied easily, and they want to make things better. The first day of my writing class, my professor asked my class, how will we make the world a better place? I have realized that I make the world a better place by making my own world a better place. And my world for the last 2 years has been Bergen Community College. Why would I be mediocre if I could be good? Why should I be good if I could be very good? Why should I be very good if I could be excellent? Although I'm standing here as an individual, I represent a group of student leaders. I want you to make some noise if you're an honors student. I represent this group of 53 students that decided to challenge themselves and be part of the Judith K. Wynn School of Honors. If you miss the opportunity of doing honors at Bergen, take the challenge and sign up for honors and at your transfer school. Any tutors in the house? I represent a group of tutors where we all know that having a student transitioning from the I can do this to the Maria, let me show you how to do this problem, makes our jobs the most rewarding experience. Where is Phi Theta Kappa? I represent the 83 Phi Theta Kappans graduating tonight from our Alpha Epsilon Phi chapter, where I learned that being a leader means having our ears and eyes open and leading by example. More than with words, I believe in inspiring with my action. It is only by serving as role models ourselves that we encourage others to follow a similar path. I represent the Math Club, and I also represent 66 international students that are graduating today. Where are my fellow STEM classmates? I represent the STEM Student Union, where I have fallen in love with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. When I saw our vertical wind turbine working, I felt a unique excitement that made me realize that engineering is my career path. I want to be a biomedical engineering and focus on the development of new technology to contribute to society. I'm proud to break the mold and prove that Latinas in STEM are mentally and physically strong enough to work in a manufacturing lab full of men with confidence. You can break the mold too. And above all, I represent every single one of you who made the effort and worked hard to be here today. I owe my gratitude to many people who has made this day possible. My parents did not have the opportunity to go to college, but they have motivated me to work hard and earn success. I'm grateful to have God on my side and the support of my loving mother. Thank you, Mom, for allowing me to follow my dream. Gracias, mamá, por haberme criado para estar aquí hoy, por haberme enseñado que no me puedo conformar y que no debo aceptar nada menos que la excelencia. Gracias por demostrarme que todos los obstáculos pueden ser superados porque Dios no le da cargas a uno que uno no pueda superar. I included this section in Spanish, considering she's not understanding anything else I'm saying. Thank you, brother, for being my unconditional support, for guiding my steps as my role model and best friend. Where are you? Estoy aquí por ti. Gracias por ser el mejor hermano del mundo. I love you very much. Thank you, Venezuela, for being the country that gave me the set of values and the foundation that now I stand for. I want to express my admiration to my friends and family in Caracas. I support your peaceful fight for human rights, and I admire your bravery back at home. El que se cansa se pierde. Thank you, America, for welcoming me with open arms and proving to me that hard work opens the door to great opportunities. Thank you, Jack Kent Cook Foundation, Hispanic Business Council Foundation, and Society of Women Engineers for believing in my potential to make the best interest out of your investments in my education. And especially thank you to our professors. It is because of your dedication, passion, and motivation that we stand here today. Today, we're stitching our role models from BCC students to BCC ambassadors. If you haven't done it already, I invite you to be part of the Alumni Association and tell everyone how great Bergen it is. Let's be proud and represent this institution that has provided us with academic excellence, fellowship quality, faculty support, and the opportunity of giving back to our community. Let's be proud to say, we are BCC graduates. To my fellow graduates, success is not an accident. Open your eyes and ears. When you go up, bring someone along with you. Break the mold. Be unique. Be different. Do the impossible. It's kind of fun. Find a passion and pursue it. Dream big. Laugh every day. Believe in magic. Be creative. Improvise. Spend time with people you admire. Love with all your heart. Never give up. Do what causes you to get goosebumps. Make time to enjoy the simple things in life. Get a coffee or a chocolate or a tea. Forgive even when it's hard. Don't complain. Smile often. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Follow your intuition. Work hard. Trust yourself. Be thankful. Be nice to everyone. Be happy. Make every moment count. And above all, make your world a better place. The only constant is change. Today, I challenge you to embrace the change and be better. Let's learn from our past, take the present challenge, and make our future a better place to be. I learned from my past to be humble and to approach present opportunities with my feet on the ground, shooting for the stars. Congratulations, class of 2014, we made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria, for those uplifting and inspiring words. Now I wish to take this opportunity to extend my personal congratulations and best wishes to all of our graduates and their families as we prepare to recognize and honor the class of 2014 by conferring the appropriate degrees or certificates upon each graduate. So this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Dr. Mullaney, please join me. Vice President Mullaney, do you certify the candidates for the associate degrees and certificates?
President Walter, the candidates whose names appear in the program have successfully met the requirements for the associate's degrees and certificates.
Vice President Mullaney, please identify the candidates for graduation present.
Candidates, please come forward to receive your degrees.
Yeah, okay. Jennifer. Yeah. Is it on? Okay. It is. Smile. Okay, turn. Joseph Bruno. Joseph Bruno. Maria Deabreu. Katerina Tchaikovsky. Victoria Chahan. Laura Januka. Angie Goldschmidt. Julianne Bernstein. Ashley Luxinger. Rachel Moskowitz. Robert Campbell. Caitlin Conboy. Oyen Filana. Anna Para. Young Hui. Young Han. Victor Antonio Castro. Roxanne Philpotts. Trevor Clare. And congratulations. Stefani Kosetska. Liliana Kiokoska. Joseph Remy. Kimberly Parada. Christopher Rodas. Camila Pietras. Eliza Donnelly. Milap Patel. Wendy Marin. Karen Kornbluth. Congratulations. Vince Muty. Darielle Vasquez. Shirley Cayo. Timothy Salvini. Uriel Flores. Joshua Bett. Christina Furlow. Linda Dorung. Vivian Figueroa. Nadine Osi. Bianca Ho. Alejandra Arias. Alexandra Cavacal. Sarman Javed. Shannon McNeil. Lauren Hozak. Christian Lopez. Savannah Marie Barkley. Martin Kokonowski. Kevin McKenzie. Els Lorenzes. Andrew Fry. Alana Heitman. Ashley Ronquillo. William Nash. Dinura Gunakalake. Jan Cease. Yoshimi Suzuki. Joy Burns. Alan Garcia. Ariana Abad. Edgar Garcia. Karen Blake. Sharday Gumalo. Anna Besnorsik. Adam Saprelak. Portia Chimbarai. Chochi Kwok. Nelson Rangel. Yu-Ching Lee. So Lee. Changmin Choi. Anthony Yeneth. Kelly Farah. Christina Garrow. Magali Henry. Michael Fusco. Eugene Chung. Aran Chisunian. Verdiana Rodriguez. Anna C. Rondon. Fanny Mukakanda. Jenny Ilakantanda. Lisa Koscheck. Brian Rimbecki. Jesu Mills. Stephen Grano. Amy Hunter. Tama Mayers. Enchantia Manthus. Colleen Finneran. Ian Walsh. Keali Ashar. Victoria Turitz. Dioselina Calderon. Nathan Fishman. Fernanda Vinciguerra. Gloria Mendoza. Margot Ferguson. Alba Venega. Caitlin Beasley. Philip Corsidio. David Pahar. Mohammed Al-Faqi. Alim Shola. Michael Martinez. Christine McDonald. Alejandra Herrera. Luis Campanzano. Oscar Zapata. Katie Paparo. Oh my God. Tamara Mangaro. Larry Burrows. Caroline Matichik. Yeah. Kimberly Cervenko. Caitlin Mayer. Patricia O'Connor. Yeah. Dieta Frolich. Samantha Peeler. Alexandra Sanchez. Robert Siebes. Victoria Diker. Mike Mattis. Gabriela Antonio. Marilyn Britter. Aneta Bitt. Danielle Miller. Kasim Bada. Ms. Yuki Washida. Marlon Williams. Andre Soka. Justin Sullivan. John Romano. Alvin Garcia. Ezra Escarpeta. Tamara Mungatana. Anita Gonzalez. Amanda Finners. Charlene Carcella. Megan Mislak. Joseph Carrillo. Devin Hudson. Casey Schmall. Sarah Adi. Anne Machada Sequeira. Roshni Patel. Rohit Gupta. Crystal N. Chelsea Johanna Barrera. Jacqueline Schaefer. Jessie Lynn Binder. Anne Marie Cardillo. Shirley Diaz. Viviana Carrera. Elizabeth Gonzalez. Victoria Recinos. Kelly Boonstra. Deborah Youngman. Binjak Minku Doyle. Nadia Bonner. Ann Pichardo. Julia Feinstein. Emily Wendow. Martha Romanayak. El Stasso. Samantha Bakuli. Shanine Punla. Billy Wright. Veronica Savine. Joseph Popoli. Christina Consipiena. Caitlin Heverington. Kristen Prescott. Joanna Tarkazikas. Sarah Ramirez. Sonia Ramos. Patricia Aponte. Estefania Falcone. Viata. Brandon Abuday. Giselle Dos Santos. Yola Velez. Brooke, could we have your attention, please? Shh. Brooke Peloso, walking for Jason Van Peloso. Christina Smith. Mustafa Jonah. Baris Karuglu, Kimberly Andre, Andrea Barrios, Vanessa Claret, Stefania Massad, and Tracy Stephen Michael Orlick, Kevin Paz, Jason Dantas, Ricardo Barbosa, Justin Dimach, Luke Note, Eric Labrizzi, Emily Maurer, Sarah Youssef, Jocelyn Medina, Mahmoud El Sayed, Damin Khalil, Murad Abu Ali, Yasser Mohammed, Moyed Abdullah, Christian Casada, Sandra Luque, Anna Duran, Adrian Barrett, Joseph Amato, Unzama Iwangu, Mark Bagdanowitz, Marilyn Monroy, Asa Youssef, Cynthia Carvalho, Sarande Ibrahimi, Dahe Pak, Sarah Strickland, Catherine Figueredo, okay, Brianna Famulato, Kurt Williams, Isaac Cheveria, Priscilla Gomez, Jesus Suniga Jr., Lee, Shannon Saramarco, Jennifer Saramarco, Alicia Palazzi, Jennifer Applegate, Victoria Prota, Catherine Camarina, Kiara DeLeon, India Williams, Francisco Ramirez, Edwan Barr, David Lewis, Gabrielle Alejandra Carpenter, Andrew Ballister, Myung Lee, Martine Lotte. Congratulations. Okay. Alexander Kotowski, Edward Duarte, Patrick Paleto, Moss, Laura Peters, Schacht. Sejan Simon. Pritzia Rodriguez. Varange Williams. Martha Youssef. Daniel Cabrera. Tariq. John Watt. Amelia Noleska. Digmara Mishna. Sang Park. Alexis Hester. Kevin Benjamin. Tara Glickman. Kristen Laverne. Madeline Davidson. Jesse Laverne. Demetra Neocleus. Carmen Alcantara. Stephanie Marie Thompson. Curtis Machulis. Samir Mugdad. David Noonan. Craig Freemeyer. Denise Panagoat. Alexandra Hernandez. Gustavo Morales. Gina DiGiovanni. Brianne Patrizzi. Marta Zalinska. Stephanie Blanco. Ryan Rafero. Hosea Maria Lebarnes. Christian Davis. Colleen Kendallin. Dalia Martinez. Amanda Vera. Blair Timothy Green. Linda Lawrence. Ann Peralta. Kelly Lazo. Annalise Rodriguez. Deidre Sasanya Wilson. Esma Savasi. Yadira Ramos. Matthew Delarata. Ariel Burley. Carrie Bell. Lisa Vialva. Rachel Enrique. Jennifer Colmenares. Diane Botch. Benita Patel. Sinead Gurley. Paula Flores. Taryn Corciello. Taryn Burns. Jennifer Bocci. Angela Narain. Hannah Stanek. Clarice Cruz. Janita Coleman. Anissa Ali. Christina Caswell. James Knorr. Lisbeth Flores. Devonda Holmes. Michelle Dominique, Ronnie Guerrero, Emily Sid, Samuel Vasquez, Jonelle Kiev Lopez, Maritza Garcia, Carla Nicole Taparino, David Sturps, Christine Matoto, Lucia Magampayo, Anna Maria McKenna, Dana Stromolo, Benjamin McElroy, Shannon McDermott, Michelle Martin, Rasavel Morisigan, Ashley Bukowski, Johnny Almeida, Michael James Marguccio, Brandon Backrack, Lynn Sacamando, Joseph Josue Minjangos, Leslie Desiree Nazario, Russell Eli, Marian Perez, Edith Carpio, Leslie Guevara, Robert Cardona, Kimberly Ritchie, Malcolm Goldsberry, Emmanuel Batista, Orlando Ayala, Alexis Estrada, Ramon Tavares, Tiffany Garcia, Carmen Sosa, Oscar Devacura, John Geary, Juan Galarza, Ferdinand Abaji, Michael Adams, Lisette Carmona, Rosa Lopez, Alba Polo, Stephanie Andrade, Marvin Castillo, Wendy Garcia, Anthony Anim, Daniela Morian, Thomas Bursey, Julia Wagner, Miriam Hanna, Salvador Sarchi, Frankie Bovina, Ponte Lachey Hutton. Okay, Juliet Barreras. Lauren Petro, Allison Wiles, Gabriela Sarchiara, Makai Brown, Jahan Victor, Michael Purvis, Sophia Montes, Andrea Magrini, Nayoung Kim, Kingsley Jerez. Michelle Adrienne. Tracy Madrona. Gabriela Casedo. Iris de la Cruz. Evelyn Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Shane Sanga. Yup. Ilona Larrera. Aliana Giraldo. Robert Wolzak. Richard Sayers. Fernanda Engasani. Karen Angarita. Nadine Abdal. Lisa. Jose De La Cruz. Ayana Devera Riley. David Crawl. Marissa Tong. Mariana Cardona. Alma Itzel Guzman. Ruby Ray Hines. Monsieur, would you like a break? Tornike Megapshiril. Nika Mashravili. Katavan Nashra Shivili. Mary Elizabeth Gannon. Kyla Haley Marie Baranicki. Rajesh Padula. Bo Young Kim. Mallory Pierre. Brianna Dawkins. Jennifer Tronkowski. Jennifer Bretta. Adriana Georgievska. Maliha Ashad. Paola Pepin. Rashana Viris. Jonathan Toro. Kiani Robinson. Joanne Canero. Abdur Rahman Duria. Patricia Reddy. Ready? Yeah. How fast?
I'm not going to try to pronounce the Spanish names.
Yeah.
Ana Polanco. Brandon Reese. Luke Isaacson. Chris Fatzer. Anahit Asatrian. Monique Strachan. Nefertiti Adams. Mariana Vilela. Dana Kuko. Kayla M. Williams. Charlene McNeil. George Bosch Jr., Pepe Romero, Giselle Medina, Agop Kasbarian, Daniel Kaplan, Piotro Vera, Dorothy DeFrank, Laurinda Mahulik Ponto, Natalie Sanchez, Daun O, Dahe O, William T. Garcia, George Rivera, Jose Rivera, Michelle Feliciano, Lorraine Hiraldo, Diana Anaya, Carolina Rodríguez, Gustavo Reina, José Juárez, Anisa Abukarma, Amanda Bright, Stephanie Margaret Parada, Ana Mejía, Claudia del Valle, Michelle Abril, Nicole Jesse, Verónica Andresini, Roy Mateus, Catherine Macías, Conrad Price, Chirema Emenique, Christopher Fuchs, Alban Islami, Carlos Araoz, Tiffany L. Mendoza, Olivia Chasto, Melissa Lynn Sherman, Michelle Hang, Antonio Lee, Natasha Martin, Nelkis Alvarez, Wadia Barsha, Stephanie Marcela, Paola Eneo, Erika Josie, Ursula Saleska, Mary Beth Froelich, Elena Molina, Amanda Troyano, Nicole Martins, Valentina Lamo, Luis McSorley, Melines Henao, Grant Weldon, Kayla Incorvaya, Louisville John R. Manongo, Nicole Ware, Christopher Anthony Laporta, Janice Caraballo, Adriana Santos, Jornelis Tejada, Luis A. Torres Jr., Jesuk Mo, Miran Kim, Sean Thais, Betsy Malcolm, Seville Badga Maglu, Evan Kopp, Amir Sebi, Alisa Lucinda Rightway, Devin Lester Burrell, Akshay Rana, Israel Fabre, Shireen Alawi, Dragan Ristovsky, Adam Ali, Daniela Butafaro, Kervin Padas, David J. Eric, Hyuk Lee, Hyo-ki Yang, Hak Song King, Christopher Reeve, Ronnie Carroll, Maru Tanasi, Felicia Castillo, Patrick Duffy, Michael Gallo, Matthew Dawkins, Ramon Céspedes, Kelvin Rubio, Melanie Rubio, Stephanie Jane Diaz, Alicia Pucio, Joanna Afonso, Marjorie R. Garcia, Jessica Medina, Nelly Muredian, Philip Joseph Quatron, Lindsay Dickerman, Yvonne Diediu, Samantha Volk, Cheryl Piangi, Victoria Luciano, Marian De Pinto, Danideli Morillo, Rosenberg Ochoa, Caroline Rivera, Charlene Taveras, Jeanette Pimentel, Daniel Matthew Spooner, Robert Filippi, Dana de Jesus, Joseph Gualdarrama, Jun Jet Song, Amalfi Peña, Eva Marie Simón, Kente John, Maricelis Garcia Carswell, Amdet Zakari, Jenny Ruiz, Lauren Telson, Kristen Ross, Stephanie Martinez Escobar, Dana Salvado, Wendy Ciandela, Chanel Williams, Dominic Zint, Jenna Longo, Melanie Longo, Vasilina Koshkina Johnson, Jacqueline Rosello, Magdalena Janet, Sofia Ramirez, Nicole Marie Ridor, Genesis Nowak, Rosemary S. Blakey, Melissa Raposo, Mohammed Ali, En Kyung Cheng, Lloyd Mitchell, Bonita Baldwin, Elenita Elias, Marlene Grafstein, Bessiana Cafuli, Aurora Cafuli, Randy Mil Esmejarda, Ana de Souza, Astrid Kretschmer, Julia Shebayev, Helen Mafinejad, Samantha Maurice, Jessica Lozano, Jessica Martin Silva, Jessica Sierra Ramos, Alondra Martínez, Andrea Alvarado, Kadian Branch, Evelyn R. Espinosa, Josefina Hernández, Caitlin L. Randazzo, Najibi Osorio, Amanda Rose Cangelosi. Jamie Mager. Gianna Geruso. Shaniqua Manuel. Amanda Nicole Gray. Ashley Marafino. Ashley Mabel Baez. Nelly Rodriguez. Calvin Luis Rodriguez. Richard Brownlee. Harold Serrano. Megan Searles. Vivian Vega. Jacqueline Wagner. Karen Escobar. Stefania Rentifo. Nicholas Rojas. Cheyenne Harris. Windin Sadie. Rania El Fawal. Elena Mauro. Christine Sulich. Karen Mello. Milagros Barinotto. Orián Bruno. Samantha Anaís Flores. Carla Alejandra Flores. Mohamed Al-Hassan. Jericho Hernández. Jeffrey de la Cruz. Justin R. Rodríguez. José Sofía. Ashley Donich. Kelsey Barrows. Diana Teresaca. Sergio Espinosa. Christian M. Oakley. Brandon Smith. Jeffrey Riley. Dylan Lopez. Nicolas Simatos. Amanda Giosi. Joanne V. Rhodes. Nagua Abolfador. Petra Brenda Joseph. Brett Sutherland. Michelle Simeon. John Fariello. Bielka Meneses. Nick McLaren. Mimosa Gropa. Patricia Grotowski. Agatha Cowell. Claribel Martinez. Keon Best. Bursin Yilmaz. Kevin Nolasco. Luis Tejeda. Adeline Morales. Richard Mills. Giselle Marte. Merima Velik. Yasen Fatley. Corey Tyrone McKinney Jr. Lakeisha Ford. Deborah Holloway. Raciel Gallardo. Michelle Evangelista. Yvette Kamek. Aileen Gardoki. Gina Martinez. Mohamed Ayubi. Kelvin Castro. Alisa Irwin. Janine Flynn. Maciel Frias. Alexandra Solomon. Stephanie Calderon. Stephanie Bauman. Stephen Bauman. Maria Archana Fernandez. Merlin Pichardo, Marianela Silvestri, Alexandra Pichardo, Ace Rio Lazarito Núñez, Christine Cirilon, Caitlin Cirilon, Ana Villarruel, Quinn Pascual, Michelle Flores, Ramón Mercado, Kevin Enrique Bayón Jr., Mario J. Romero, Dilepso Blanco, Keith Roy Allen, Jisha Ravindra, Vineet Alex, Martin Kimbao, Ezequiel Gavieres, Rinku R. Das, Rishita Shah, Lakshmi Kotadia, Cook Bay, Gregory Bajarin, Loris Kimbao, Rosel Casea, Jason Barrios, Antoine Larore, Alicia Allen, Yen Banacorso, Svetlana Rasevich, Alvin Torres, Wainsworth Wiggins, David Costa Leal, Dean Palmones, Dave Cruz, Elena Filimonova, Lamar Jackson, Cuthbert Odeke, Unwana Usoro, Sonia Stephanie Meneses, Gloria L. Álvarez, Angel M. Arroyo, Friba Frug, Sedika Mainudin, Alma Sinani, Aisha Lopez, Brian Thomas Eckler, David Torres, José López, Pavel Svitak, Boris Fernández, Davinder Singh, Ernesto Mejía, Marisa Fulvi, Karim Gamal Daif, Lady Medina, Ambar Jaramillo, Brandon Iribarn, Lavina Sekbal, Ana Lashore, Aaron Romero, Rusty Valdisto, Argenis Gutierrez, Janice Douglas, Kimberly Castellano, Jasleen Diaz, Adrian Alexis DeJean Pauline, David Tavares, Diego Madera, Walter Berreta, Shirley Garcia, Royin Wang. Abdallah E. Mohammed. Indiana Suriel. Brian Giraldo. Sandra Giraldo. Jamal Perkins. Dan Chen. Kan H. Kim. Jake Donofrio. Elia Frank Cejas. Chelsea Walsh. Luis Morocho. Janicia Harris. Janice Harris, mom and daughter. Jonathan Branius. Valerie Yan. Ingrid McCracken. Andres Posada. Jonathan Rivas. Najar. Omar Gibaha. Yong Ben Jiang. Brenda Levy. Hala Sabah. Rana Sabah. Sheila Yakuman. Mirna Hendy. Giancarlo Hurtado. G. Paul Duran. Nicole Mucho Trigo. Samantha Rowe. Rachel Thayer. Sheyong Song. Sinue Sean. Nadia Pulgar. Senia Núñez. Mandy Aguiar Acuña. May Crabbett. Geraldine A. Ramos. Regina Cox. Joana Ortega. Cynthia Pacheco. Yari Gómez.
Graduates, will you please rise? Now you have to be quiet just for a minute more. We want Vice Chairman Wilson to hear what I have to say. Vice Chairman Wilson, I present to you the class of 2014 as eligible recipients of associate degrees and certificates.
All right. Class of 2013, Bergen Community College, my Bulldogs. Members of the class of 2014, by virtue of the authority of the Bergen Community College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the associate's degree or certificates with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining to you hereof. Thank you.
Remain standing few minutes more. I want to invite your SGA President, Victoria Tahan, to come to the lectern. We are now going to observe a very important part of this ceremony. Victoria?
Saludos a la Dorantera. Gracias por siempre estar a mi lado y apoyarme. Los quiero mucho. Okay, are we ready? It is my honor and privilege to lead my fellow classmates in this time-honored tradition. But first, let me take a selfie. Yep, now that that's over. Okay, everyone. Please grab your tassel and move it from the right to the left. We did it, guys. Woo! Thank you so much. Stay here.
You know, Professor Kaufman, I don't think this ceremony, we need to start the celebration, don't you think? Yeah.
Thank you so much, President.
Thank you. Please be seated just once. I know Dean Melendez is going to get me, but he'll have to get past the bodyguards up here, so I think I'm safe. In a few minutes, our ceremony will end. But graduates, from this day forward, you are an important part of the Bergen Community College legacy. You are officially now alumni, and you are going out to make your mark on the world like no other class has done before you. We hope that you will continue by joining the Alumni Association and staying in touch with us, because we want to know about all the great things that you are doing. I'm going to ask now that the members of our audience remain seated while the platform guests, the faculty, and the students process. Congratulations, class of 2014. You are awesome.